The US government has released millions of mosquitoes into the wild on purpose, and not just once. Now, there's a proposal waiting for EPA approval to release 32 million more. This approach is actually one of the most effective pest control strategies ever created, and it could save millions of lives. To understand this strategy, let's look at the target. Not all mosquitoes are harmful. Most are just annoying. But one species, Aedes aegypti, also known as the yellow fever mosquito, is truly dangerous. This invasive mosquito came from Africa and spread across the southern United States. It is highly effective at spreading diseases such as dengue fever, Zika virus, chikungunya, and yellow fever. For years, we tried to control it with strong chemical pesticides, but the mosquito adapted and became resistant. We were losing the fight. So scientists changed their approach. Instead of using old methods, they found a way for mosquitoes to eliminate themselves. Here's how the process works. Only female mosquitoes bite humans. Male mosquitoes feed on flower nectar and do not bother people. Scientists used this difference to create a solution. They bred millions of male mosquitoes in the lab and gave each one a genetic tool hidden in its DNA. There are two methods. The first method uses a natural bacterium called Wolbachia, which is already found in many insects. When a lab-raised male mosquito with Wolbachia mates with a wild female, their eggs cannot hatch and the offspring die before birth. The second method is more aggressive. Scientists add a self-limiting gene to the male mosquitoes. When these males mate with wild females, the female offspring inherit the gene and die before reaching adulthood. The male offspring survive, carry the gene, and continue spreading it to future generations. This causes the mosquito population to shrink without using chemicals or harming other species. Scientists release the male mosquitoes, which then find wild females. As a result, the mosquito colony eventually destroys itself. This approach is not just theoretical, it has already worked in practice. In Brazil and Singapore, this method reduced local Aedes aegypti populations by up to 90%. Trials in the Florida Keys also showed strong results in several areas. These are real results from field tests. The biotech company Oxitec led the Florida program, while Google funded a similar project called Debug in California. Both programs achieved measurable success in their target areas. The permits for those earlier releases have expired. To continue and expand the program to 32 million mosquitoes across the US mainland, Google's Debug project needs new EPA approval. That approval is currently under review, and local communities are speaking up. People in Florida and California have organized protests and are raising important questions. They want to know what will happen to birds and bats that eat mosquitoes if the population drops. They also ask what could happen if a lab-modified female escapes and bites someone, and what the long-term effects might be of changing the genetics of a wild species on such a large scale. Scientists have answers to these concerns. Aedes aegypti is an invasive species that did not evolve in North America, and no native predator relies on it to survive. Removing it would not disrupt local food chains. In all trials so far, no surviving biting female has been found in the wild. Using genetic engineering to eliminate an entire species, even one that is invasive and dangerous, is a step that cannot be reversed. Mosquitoes kill more people each year than any other animal, even more than snakes, sharks, lions, or wars combined. If we can control the most harmful species using its own biology, it could be one of the biggest breakthroughs in public health history. Or we might be taking a risk without knowing the consequences. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments.